evening. Welcome. Go ahead and take a minute to get centered. Coming to a cross-legged seat. Or kind of whatever seated position feels good to you this evening. And as you come to seated, finding some grounding, feeling the weight of your sit bones as they rest against the mat, feeling supported by gravity, feeling the solidness of the earth under you. Breathing into that. Breathing into the heaviness. Go ahead and just feel into your back, feel into your shoulders. Go ahead and take those shoulders up towards your ears, drawing them back and then down. Breathing into your belly here through the nose, in and out through the nose if that's available to you. And begin activating that Ujjayi breathing. It's a nice slow breath. It will sound and feel as if you're sipping through a straw. If you want to do it with your mouth first. So you're kind of constricting the airway a little bit. And that'll lengthen the breath. Switching it to the nose if you took it through the mouth. And then just allowing your eyes to close if you haven't already for a few breaths. And as you breathe with your eyes closed, turning that attention inward, go ahead and draw into your mind the mantra, I am. We're just going to contemplate that mantra throughout class. I am. With nothing more behind it, don't use it to label yourself, but enjoy observing the types of things that may pop up after you say I am. Just notice all the labels that your mind might want to put onto you. And observe them and let them go and just come back to that greater, that more expansive space of just I am. Allowing your eyes to open, interlacing your fingers, pressing the palms forward, drawing those shoulders back again, palms up. You're going to keep pressing those palms back towards the back wall, wherever they are. You know, maybe you're here, just wherever you're finding opening, wherever you find that resistance, and keep pressing into it. pressing up and back. And release. Switching the cross of the fingers and switching the cross of the legs. So now it's probably what feels like awkward sides for both, kind of that side that makes the brain go, that's not quite natural. Let's be there with that. Drawing the shoulders back as you press the palms forward and up. Pressing back, 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 up, up, up. And breathing here. And keeping that energetic push of up and back. And release. On an exhale, uncrossing the fingers, taking that right hand behind the back, left arm in front. Maybe you even grab that right knee with the left hand. And I want you to really lengthen through the spine, drawing the crown of the head up, and then beginning to twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. On your next inhale, releasing, coming to center. Left hand behind the back, right hand across to the left knee. On an inhale, lengthening before you begin to deepen into the twist. And release. Go ahead and begin to walk those hands forward in front of you, nice straight spine. You're going to lead with the chest. Inhale, beginning to press up. We're going to go ahead and take right hand behind, left hand in front, and begin to walk over that right leg. Folding over the right knee, walking those left fingertips forward just a little bit more, getting a really nice stretch in that left side body. Maybe all the way down even into the hip. Inhale, let's just walk all the way through center. Exhale, over to the left leg. This time the right fingertips crawl forward just a little bit more. Still grounding that right hip to the mat. back through center and pressing up. Let's go ahead and take our legs nice and wide. Extending up through the toes, flexing the feet out through the heels. Maybe you move a little bit of flesh out from under your sit bones. That'll help your pelvic floor tilt forward just a little bit more, allowing you to really lengthen in the spine, pressing those quads towards the mat. From there, go ahead and begin to walk the hands forward. And if you're flexible and with a nice straight spine, leading with the chest, if you can come like down onto the floor, belly on the floor, you know, legs nice and wide, take whatever, wherever your body's at, find that edge. So you're working into that edge. My edge is here. Maybe I get my elbows on the floor. And maybe your legs are further in and you're sitting up straight and you already feel it. That's beautiful. Meet yourself where you're at. This practice is just for growth. It's not a competition. It's not a place for judging yourself. It's just for meeting yourself where you're at. And knowing that that place is perfect, that showing up, that arriving on your mat and breathing and bringing awareness into your body, honoring your body is perfect. In this moment, that is perfect. I am. Inhale, beginning to press up. Go ahead and grab behind the thighs, drawing the heels in, making your way onto your hands and knees. Wrists shoulder distance apart, knees hip distance apart, dropping that belly, tailbone and crown go up into cow, exhale back, arching the spine, cat. Inhale forward and exhale back. Forwards and backwards at the pace of your own breath. Seeing if you can get just a little bit more movement in the spine with each round. And coming to neutral spine, tucking that belly button up and in, so we're tightening through the core, and then bring the shoulder towards the hip. Inhale through center, other shoulder, other hip. Inhale, exhale, still tucking that belly button up and in. Inhale, exhale, really crunching, using the core here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more time, each side. Coming back to neutral spine. I'm going to crawl my hands forward just a tiny bit. It gives the right kind of length for my dog. Yours might be slightly different, but go ahead and make sure that those fingers are really, really spread. All 10 fingertips pressing into the mat. Tucking those toes under and pressing the hips up and back, down dog. Pressing that heart towards the floor. Peeking back at your heels. If you can see them, just spin them out a tiny bit more until they're just out of view. I like to start with a nice
bend in my knees to really get my tailbone up and back, rolling those armpits under, in, towards your ears. And then from there, beginning to straighten the legs, straightening the heel towards the floor, maybe one at a time. On your next inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, floating or walking your feet to your hands. Inhale, all the way up, flat back. Exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to move through a few vinyasas. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, place hands, step back into high plank. Go ahead and take an inhale at the top of the plank. And exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. And exhale, back, down dog. Taking a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, raising that right heel up towards the sky. Exhale, stepping it through, low lunge. Let's go ahead and inhale right on up into crescent. So that back heel is still off the mat. Maybe bringing your hands to your hips. Both hips shine forward towards the front of the mat. Inhale those arms back up. Exhale, opening up the elbow. Gazing up, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale those arms back up. Exhale, placing them to the mat, framing the foot. Step back, down dog. Taking one breath in and out here. With the next inhale, lifting that left foot up. And exhale, stepping through low lunge. Inhale right up into crescent. Exhale, opening the elbows, gazing up, squeezing those thighs towards one another. Pressing out through the heel and all four corners of the front foot. On your next inhale, raising the arms back up. Exhale, place hands, step back, down dog. Breathing here. On the next inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, floating the feet to the hands. Sorry, as I yell at you. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, place hands, step back. High plank with an inhale on the high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, right foot up, bending at the knee, opening out to the back, gazing out under that right armpit. Inhale it back to straight And exhale, stepping it through. Low lunge. Swiveling that back heel down to the mat. Inhale up, warrior two. So take a peek down. Normally from the natural one for me, I like to take a little bit wider. Warrior two. Take it where you're comfortable. You can bend as deep into the knee as you want, as long as it's not coming out over the ankle. If it is, you need to back it up. That's why I like taking a little bit wider stance. It allows me to really get in there without compromising my knee joint. So from there, go ahead and tighten through the core, drawing the crown of the head up, opening across the shoulders, gazing out over that front middle finger. And deepen once more, bringing that back hand to the back leg, flipping that front palm up and back, extended warrior. Again, deepening into that front knee. As we hold it, it's easy to pop out of it, but go ahead and go as deep as you can, taking deep breaths here. I know that we're doing a lot of work, so stick with me if you can. Push past that limit. I know it's burning. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, place hands, back heel comes up. Step back, down dog. Breathing here. On your next inhale, let's bring that left heel up, bending at the knee, opening the hip, gazing out under that left armpit. Still pressing that right heel towards the mat. Inhale back to center. Exhale, step through. Back heel to the mat. Inhale up, warrior two. I'm going to make my little adjustment so that front heel should really be in alignment with the back instep. Double check that. Arms come up, core tightens, crown reaches up towards the sky. Gaze out over those front fingertips. Peek down at that knee. Can you see that front big toe? Go a little deeper. Pressing out through the whole side of that back foot. Flipping that front hand forward, back hand to the thigh, reverse. Extended warrior, reaching out through those top fingers. Gazing up at the sky, deepen into the bend. Inhale up to center, warrior two. Exhale, framing the foot, back heel comes up and back. Down dog. Breathing here. Rolling those armpits in towards the ears. Pressing that tailbone up and back, pressing those heels down. Opening through the whole back side of the legs. Breathing. I am probably tired, but I am whatever you are, and let that word go and keep going. I am. Inhale, bending those knees, gazing forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, place hands, step back. One inhale at the top. Exhale, yogi's choice to come down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Go ahead and inhale that right foot up. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Go ahead and swivel that back heel to the mat. Once again, and windmill up. We're gonna go ahead and straighten right away into that front foot. And now, let's just take a guess that your ankles will be lined up just about under the wrists. So the span is about the span of your arms. Then we're gonna go ahead and shift that right hip back, left hip back, sorry. Right side body is gonna lengthen forward. And you're gonna lengthen, lengthen, lengthen as far as you can. And when you can't lengthen anymore, drop that right hand down to the thigh or shin or ankle or floor, just as long as it's not on the side of the knee joint. Go ahead and take that left arm up, Trikonasana or triangle pose. So we continue to keep opening through the rib cage, through the shoulders here, as if we could be squeezed through two panes of glass. So we're on one plane here. Maybe you take a moment to look down. Maybe you look up. On your next inhale, as if someone was grabbing that top hand to lift you up. Bending into that front knee, exhale, placing the hands, swiveling that back heel up, stepping back, down dog. Go ahead and on your next inhale, left foot comes up. Exhale, step through, back heel to the mat. Windmill up and straighten. Realign if you need to have that heel right in line with the instep of that back foot. Front toes point straight forward. From there, shifting your hips back, left side body forward, and dropping that left hand where it reaches. Right arm comes up. Keep rolling open in that front body. And inhale as if someone was reaching you, pulling you up from that top hand. Exhale, bending into that front knee, placing the hands back, heel comes up. And step back, down dog. Go ahead and bring the knees wide to the mat. Big toes come together. Press those hips back, child's pose. On your next inhale, coming forward onto the hands and knees and all the way down onto your belly. We're going to take a nice locust or shalabhasana. Go ahead and bring the side of your head to the mat. Arms come down by your sides, palms up. On an inhale, we're going to lift the shoulders and head. And go ahead and keep dragging those hands back, those shoulders down away from the ears. Keep lifting, 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 pressing those thighs down into the mat, tops of the feet down into the mat. And exhale, release. We're going to take this a few more times and add on. So for the next one, you're going to bring your hands behind you. You can either clasp and draw your palms down away from you. This will be the slightly easier option. Option number 2 is to take the palms towards one another as if you were like squeezing a block between your hands. And oftentimes I do have you squeeze a block between your hands. But we're just going to do it with intention as if there was a block. Chin comes to the mat. Inhale, shoulders up, arms back, squeezing those palms towards one another. Or option 1, lifting, lifting, squeezing, 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 squeezing. And exhale, release. And now we're going to take with the squeezing one more time. And this time we're going to add on the legs. And you may have noticed it's a little bit harder to breathe. When your belly is pressing into the mat, it's definitely a little harder to speak. So I will encourage you as I can, but motivate yourself as well. You can do this, you are strong. So inhale, up, palms together, feet up, shoulders up, heels towards feet, hands towards feet. And breathe, squeezing the hands together towards one another. And exhale, release. Beautiful work. Bring your hands right under your shoulders, pressing up and back into child's. Inhale back forward onto those hands and knees, making your way all the way onto your back. From your back, go ahead and walk your heels in as close as you can to your body, pressing the hands into the mat at your sides. We're going to take a number of bridges, but we're going to move. I'm going to move my pony down. You kind of really want your head to rest comfortably on the floor. Mine was not. So we're going to move with the breath. On an inhale, we're going to raise the hips up and the hands up and above the head. And then on an exhale, hands and hips back to the mat. Go ahead and bring those feet to touch one another so you can squeeze those thighs into one another. And you want to keep squeezing the thighs in. That will help protect the knee joints. You don't want them flailing out to the sides. Also, once we start, go ahead and keep your head, your eyeballs facing straight up. So if you feel like you want to watch one now, please do that first before you get started. And here we go. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. At the pace of your breath, really squeezing at the top. Inhale up. And exhale down. You're still squeezing those thighs together. 2. A few more times. Inhale up. exhale down. And up. And down. One more time. Up. And down. Nice work. Go ahead and squeeze those knees in towards your chest, rocking your hips from side to side. Go ahead and release your feet to the mat. We're going to take our hands to our sides, but we're going to lift our head and shoulders up. And you might walk your feet about hips distance apart and a little bit away from your body, just to give yourself a little room to work, to really make it worth your while. So here, we're going to bring the hand to the heel on one side, and then the hand to the heel on the other. Penguins. Inhale through center, exhale side. Center, side. A few more times, you got this. Side, center, side, center, side, center, side, center, last side. Back to center and release down. Just a little bit more core before we wind down. Tiny bit more core. So go ahead and bring your hands like a gentle pillow at the back of your neck, base of your skull. Then we're going to bring the feet up and off the mat. And you really want to keep those knees like either right at 90 or even a little bit past. That'll help you keep your core engaged. You're drawing that belly button up and in. And what that will feel like is that the space in between your spine and the mat will disappear. So suck that in, make that space between your spine and the mat disappear. Head and elbows up, shoulders up. The left, I guess I should do the one I was saying. Left foot straightens, left arm across. Center. Right foot straightens, right arm across. Inhale back to center. Exhale up. Inhale center. Exhale up. Inhale center. Exhale up. And center. And up. And center. And up. And center. And up. And center. And release. Nice work. I felt that. Hopefully you felt that. Go ahead and cross the left ankle over the right knee. Right foot comes up, grabbing behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Keeping that left foot, top foot flexed. And breathing into the back of the hip here. Releasing in the jaw. Releasing around the eyes, releasing the forehead. release and switch. And up and grab and flex that top foot. Release those shoulders back to the mat. Finding a nice opening in the hip, releasing head and jaw. And eyes and eyebrows and neck, and breathing into the back of the hip. I am. I am. And release. Taking your feet as wide as the mat, go ahead and drop both knees over to one side. Inhale through center, exhale other side. Just a couple nice spinal twists before we make our way into Shavasana, back and forth. And the next inhale, coming to center, drawing those feet out long, arms out to the side, palms up. Grabbing a blanket if you need to very quickly. We're only going to be here a couple minutes. And relaxing in to Shavasana. And as you relax into Shavasana, go ahead and bring that mantra back to the forefront of your mind. I am. Releasing control over the breath. Just a few more moments here in our final resting meditation. Go ahead and release the mantra, bringing your awareness back to just the breath. How does it feel on the inhale, on the exhale? How does it sound? Taking one deep breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Stretching those arms out overhead. Maybe really stretching through the toes. Legs are already out long, but maybe take them even further out. Maybe take them together and stretching out through the toes. Getting a nice stretch all across the front body. And go ahead and bring your soles of your feet to the mat, bending the knees. And rolling onto your side for a couple breaths in fetal position. And enjoy a breath or two here in fetal before beginning to make your way up to seated, nice and slow. Head comes
last meeting back in Sukhasana or easy seated position. Taking a second here to just notice. So coming into the same seated position as you were at the beginning of class, just notice any differences in your body, in the way your hips rest against the mat. Is it any easier to sit up nice and straight? And just taking notice. I am so grateful for each and every one of you that showed up today, or whenever you see this, now that we have the beautiful blessing of being able to connect virtually, to offer classes virtually. So whenever you are, wherever you are, thank you.
Namaste.